Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing Dark Souls 1 on the PC. This is my walkthrough. We are on the 10th installment, Sojourn, Sojourn to the New Londo ruins and killing Lautrec. So, let me just state this, that behind the scenes, I never even went over to where Lautrec is in his cell in the church where the bell gargoyles are. On my last playthrough, I just opened the jail cell for him and he left. I did not antagonize him. I did not try to kill him. I just opened the cell for him. And then he was at Firelink Shrine, so that I thought that just to prevent him from going to Firelink Shrine, I would just not even open the jail cell, and that's what I did on this run. So he somehow gets out and finds himself in the same position as if you had let him out of his jail cell. However, when we take a trip down to Firelink Shrine right now, he's not going to be nearby the Firekeeper until we come up from the New Londo ruins, and I don't know the reason for that. We are coming down here to give the Firekeeper one of the Firekeeper souls that we picked up in the church where we fought the Heavy Knight. Do you remember that? And then we're also going down to take a sojourn in the New Londo ruins to pick up another Firekeeper soul, and then we'll give it to the same woman. So what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to have Lautrec kill the Firekeeper, because then the bonfire will extinguish and then it will exacerbate your run back later on to different locations. So as we make our way down here, we should see Lautrec, but he's not here. And again, I don't know why, but the Firekeeper is still alive. She hasn't been killed yet. So I am going to offer her a Firekeeper soul, and she will reinforce my Estus flask to +1, meaning that when we use the Estus flasks in the future, we will get more mana back, or health. And you don't have to just give it to that Firekeeper. You can give it to any Firekeeper. There's one in Anor Londo later in the game. Another Firekeeper is below where you fight the Chaos Quelaag Witch, and I think there may be one other one, I'm not sure. But as I come down here now, when I was playing this, I thought to myself, well, Lautrec's just never going to show up outside of her cell, and I'll just keep an eye out for him. If he comes over there, I'll make sure that I kill him. And for the longest time, I just thought the Crestfallen guy was the Firekeeper, because he was at the position that was closest to the bonfire. So coming over here now, we're going to get some transit what are they called, transient curses from this course here. You get 2 in number. These allow you to interact and fight with the ghosts and the banshees down here. So we'll use this. It lasts for quite a long time, even though it says it's transient. And the Crestfallen merchant, or Crestfallen soldier, he does come down here, I believe, it has something to do with the hollowing, maybe to see if he could, stop the hollowing that he was going through. I'm not sure. I don't really follow the lore too much. It interests me, but it's not my main draw to the game. So inevitably we will be coming back here, but for now we can get an early Firekeeper soul if we do this. So as you come up here, you're going to get ambushed by these guys. So just be very careful. And I had come down here so many times to farm for slabs, and I never saw this place. Like the blinders that are on one, it's crazy sometimes when you think about it. And as you're running down here, you can actually see it off to the side, and I just never put 2 and 2 together. Okay, so just be very careful as you cross this. I do have the auto recovery for the walls on. If it gets too bad, I will turn it off. And I think we can use a homeward bone here and then return to the last bonfire, which was the Firelink Shrine, and then we can go give this to the Firekeeper, and then we will be at +2. And then we could actually be at +3 by the time we get down to the depths, the dirty, dirty depths. Okay, so actually when I came down here, this guy surprised me by being here. So you can actually kick this guy off somehow. I've never been able to do it. I've heard you can. And we're going to have a fight. So this is the guy that kills the Firekeeper. When I did my playthrough, I noticed that the Firekeeper was dead, and I was just wondering, does she die of her own accord? I guess this guy actually does kill her. So you can actually tell that he's got a slower roll than we do. And fortunately, he does not heal, which is nice, so we don't have to Lloyds him. But he has really fast attacks with his sickle. Really fast attacks. He gives you some pretty good openings to backstab him too, because he stands still for a moment at different times. And then in the next video, we're heading to the depths, and we're going to get to the depths from this bonfire. I thought about maybe going back to what's it called? The Undead Burg. But since we're already here, you know, we could still get to the depths from here. Even if it might take a little bit longer, it's not going to be the end of the world. And on these projects, on this guide, I never want you to get lost, so I'm always going to have point A to point B on these videos, so that I'm never going anywhere that that you might get confused about. Well, where did he go? How did he get here? I'm always going to show you explicitly how I'm getting there, and it will be in every video. I might do things off camera like farm, or farm for slabs or things like that, but I think there's just nothing worse than a person who's going all over the place and not telling the viewer where he's going. But anyway, take care.